Good morning everyone. I'm Anam Fatima, working in the Shri Ram Swaroop Memorial University in the Department of Pharmacy. Today I'm going to discuss the classification of gastrointestinal agents. So let's start. First of all, here I have drawn the GIT system. Here you can see that this is what stomach. In stomach, hydrochloric acid is secreted so that it can help in the digestion of the food. But if in our stomach the concentration of hydrochloric acid will get decreased, then the problem will start. Hence there I have written two definitions like absence or insufficient secretion of hydrochloric acid. There are two terms like achlorhydria and hypochlorhydria. Achlorhydria means whenever A is there, it means absence of something, and chlor means chlorine and hydria means hydrogen. That means absence of hydrochloric acid. So here I have written absence. From absence, what you will understand that absence of hydrochloric acid is known as achlorhydria. And the second point is hypochlorhydria. Hypo means less secretion of chlorine. By chlor, you will understand chlorine, and by hydria, you will understand hydrogen. So hypochlorhydria means less secretion or insufficient secretion of hydrochloric acid. So when there is a condition of achlorhydria and hypochlorhydria, for treatment of that, we will use a particular category of compound known as gastric acidifiers. What they will do, they will supply acid for proper digestion of the food. Now the compounds you have to study under gastric acidifiers are ammonium chloride and hydrochloric acid. Okay. The second here I have written like first one is the less secretion of hydrochloric acid, and the second one is when there is excess secretion of hydrochloric acid. So this will also lead to some disease condition, right? So excess hydrochloric acid is known as hyperacidity. That means when there is excess secretion of hydrogen ion, what it will do, it will increase the pH of the stomach and the further process will discontinue. So excess secretion of hydrochloric acid is known as hyperacidity, in which there is a more formation of the gas, right? So for treatment of the hyperacidity, we will use a particular category of compound. It is known as antacids. Antacids, what they will do, they will compensate the action of hydrochloric acid, or they will do a buffer action so that whatever the excess secretion of hydrochloric acid has produced, it will produce the buffer action against that. So under that you have to study a number of category of compound. Antacids are also divided in two categories like systemic and non-systemic antacids. Here I have written in starting some few of compounds like aluminum hydroxide gel, calcium carbonate and magnesium carbonate. Something from outside of when we will eat some contaminated food. With that contaminated food, we will ingest some toxins or virus that will make the imbalance in our digestive system. So third point is regarding that only, that when we will ingest some contaminated food, along with that some toxins or virus will get ingested, what will happen? It will cause inflammation or diarrhea, right? So for treatment of the inflammation or diarrhea, we will use a particular category of compound. It is known as protectants and adsorbent. What protectants will do? Protectants will form a mucosal lining that will provide a soothing action to the intestinal mucosal lining. And adsorbents, what they will do, they will absorb the toxins what we have ingested in our contaminated food. So for in this category, two compounds are there again. First one is bismuth subcarbonate and the second one is the kaolin. Now the last one is about when in our intestine there is the peristaltic movement is there. Peristaltic movement will help for the movement of the food, and so it can get excrete out from our body. But when there is a poor peristaltic movement, the food will get stored in one place and all the water will get absorbed from that, and with time it will cause constipation. So for treatment of this constipation, we will use a particular category of compound that is known as saline cathartics. Saline cathartics, what they will do, they will enhance the defecation, or they will ease the defecation process. Now in saline cathartics, you have to study two category of compounds. The first one is magnesium sulfate and the other one is sodium potassium tartrate. That's all for today. Thank you so much.